Let us begin with a truth that will forever change how you see the Andes' most delicate treasure. The alpaca is not just a fluffy, doe-eyed creature that produces luxurious fleece. It is one of the most extraordinary, resilient, and culturally significant animals on Earth, a creature that has been living alongside humans for over 6,000 years, long before the rise of the Inca Empire, long before the Spanish conquest, and long before the modern world discovered the magic of its wool. It is a living testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the Andean peoples who domesticated this gentle creature from its wild ancestor, the vicuña, and developed a civilization around its fleece. It is a master of survival, capable of thriving at altitudes where the air is thin and the temperatures are freezing, with a fleece that is one of the finest and warmest in the world. It is also a creature of remarkable gentleness, with a peaceful disposition and a strong sense of community. But here is the paradox that haunts every anthropologist and biologist who studies them. Despite their incredible resilience and their ancient bond with humans, alpacas are facing unprecedented threats from human activity. Their genetic diversity is being eroded by intensive breeding for fleece quality. Their traditional habitats are being encroached upon by modern development, and their cultural significance is being forgotten in the rush toward modernization. The alpaca has been on this planet for over 6,000 years as a domesticate, and its wild ancestors have roamed the Andes for over 2 million years. It has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the arrival of Europeans, and the globalization of the world. And now, it is looking at us with those large, innocent eyes, and it is asking a question that we are too afraid to hear. What have you done with our gift? Today we are telling the biography of the alpaca. Not one species, but all alpacas. The diverse, gentle, and often overlooked treasures of the Andes, the guardians of the high mountains, and the weavers of a legacy that has clothed humanity for millennia. The alpaca, Vicuña pacos, is a domesticated member of the camelid family, which also includes the llama, the guanaco, and the vicuña. Its lineage is one of the oldest in the Americas, with its wild ancestors evolving over 2 million years ago. The alpaca was domesticated from the vicuña around 6,000 years ago in the Andean highlands by the indigenous peoples of what is now Peru and Bolivia. It was one of the most important animals in the region, providing fleece of unparalleled quality, which was used to create textiles that were highly prized by the Inca elite. The alpaca is found primarily in the Andean highlands of South America, from the northern highlands of Peru and Ecuador to the southern highlands of Chile and Argentina. They have also been introduced to other parts of the world, including North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, where they are bred for their fleece and as companion animals. Despite their wide distribution, alpaca populations are under some threat. The genetic diversity of the alpaca is being eroded by intensive breeding for fleece quality, leading to a decline in the overall health and resilience of the population. The alpaca is a creature of extremes, but it is also a creature of vulnerability. What defines an alpaca? Let us start with the body, because the alpaca's body is a monument to high-altitude adaptation and textile perfection. Alpacas have a distinctive body shape, with a long, slender neck, a large, robust body, and long, thin legs. They have a pair of long, pointed ears, which are highly mobile and used for communication. Their bodies are covered in a thick, luxurious fleece, which comes in a wide range of colors, including white, black, brown, and silver. The fleece is one of the finest and warmest in the world, highly prized for its softness, warmth, and luster. They have a pair of large, dark eyes which are adapted for low-light vision, and their hearing is also well developed, allowing them to detect predators and other threats. Their feet are split into 2 toes with a soft, padded sole that provides excellent traction on the steep, rocky terrain of the Andes. They have a unique blood composition with red blood cells that are shaped differently to carry oxygen more efficiently in the thin air of the high mountains. Their average lifespan is 15 to 20 years, depending on the species. The alpaca is a creature of remarkable adaptation, but it is also a creature of fragility. Now let us talk about the alpaca's daily life and social structure, because the alpaca is not a solitary creature. It is a highly social animal living in herds with a complex social hierarchy. The herd is typically led by a dominant male, which will defend the group and its territory. The females and their young form the core of the herd, and they are highly protective of their offspring. Alpacas are known to communicate through a variety of vocalizations, including humming, snorting, and a distinctive alarm call that sounds like a high-pitched whinny. They also use body language, including ear position, tail position, and posture to convey their mood and intentions. They are primarily diurnal, active during the day, spending their time grazing on the high mountain grasslands. They are known to be curious and intelligent, and they have been observed showing signs of affection and empathy toward their herd mates. The alpaca's life is a slow, deliberate process, but it is also a process of survival against the odds. The alpaca's diet is as varied as its species. It is primarily a herbivore, feeding on a wide variety of grasses, herbs, and other vegetation. They are known to be selective feeders, preferring certain types of plants over others. They are also known to eat a variety of other plant matter, including leaves, bark, and flowers. They are ruminants with a complex digestive system that allows them to extract nutrients from tough, fibrous plant matter. Their feeding habits shape the ecosystem. By consuming vast quantities of vegetation, they help to control plant populations, preventing overgrowth and maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. They are also important seed dispersers, as the seeds of the plants they eat pass through their digestive system and are deposited in their dung, helping to regenerate the vegetation. Reproduction is another critical aspect of the alpaca's life story, and it is a slow, deliberate process that reflects the species' vulnerability. Alpacas have a relatively slow reproductive rate, with females typically giving birth to a single calf every 1 to 2 years. The gestation period is approximately 11 to 12 months, similar to humans. The calf is born weighing about 8 to 10 kilograms and is immediately dependent on its mother for nursing and protection. The calf will stay with its mother for up to 6 months to a year, learning the skills it needs to survive. The mother provides extensive parental care, nursing the calf and protecting it from predators. The alpaca's reproductive strategy is one of quality over quantity, with a high investment in each offspring to ensure its survival. Now let us talk about the alpaca's daily struggle, because life for an alpaca is a constant battle against hunger, disease, and the encroachment of humans. Alpacas face a variety of natural threats, including predators like Andean condors, pumas, and foxes, which prey on them. They also face threats from disease and parasites, which can weaken them and make them vulnerable to predation. However, the most significant threat to alpaca survival is human activity. Alpacas are losing their traditional grazing lands to modern development. They are being intensively bred for fleece quality, leading to a decline in genetic diversity, and they are often overlooked in conservation efforts in favor of more charismatic species. The alpaca struggle is not just a biological one. It is a fight against the consequences of human activity, a fight that will determine its fate. How is the alpaca useful to humans? Let us count the ways that are rarely acknowledged. First, fleece production. Alpaca fleece is one of the finest and warmest in the world, highly prized for its softness, warmth, and luster. It is used to create a wide range of textiles, including sweaters, blankets, scarves, and hats. Second, meat production. Alpaca meat is a valuable source of protein in the Andes, and it is highly nutritious. Third, companionship. Alpacas are gentle, intelligent animals that make excellent companions and therapy animals. Fourth, scientific research. Alpacas are a model species for studying high-altitude physiology and adaptation. Their unique blood composition has provided insights into the biology of oxygen transport. Fifth, cultural significance. Alpacas have been woven into the mythology and art of the Andean peoples for millennia, representing gentleness, abundance, and the spirit of the high mountains. Now, what can humans learn from the alpaca? First, the power of gentleness. Alpacas are gentle creatures, showing us that strength is not always about aggression. Humans can learn to be more gentle and kind. Second, the importance of community. Alpacas live in herds, protecting and caring for each other. Humans can learn to value their communities. Third, that the natural world is sacred. Alpacas live in harmony with their environment, We cannot survive without the natural world. Now let us talk about conservation, because the story of the alpaca is not over. It is being written now by each of us. The alpaca is not currently endangered, but its genetic diversity is threatened by intensive breeding for fleece quality. The wild vicuña, the alpaca's ancestor, is classified as least concern, but its populations are threatened by habitat loss and poaching for its valuable fleece. There are solutions. Protecting the genetic integrity of the alpaca through breeding programs and conservation efforts is essential. Protecting the habitats of the vicuña and other wild camelids is also critical. Education is key. People need to understand that alpacas are not just a resource. They are essential partners in the health of the planet and the preservation of Andean culture. The future of the alpaca depends on our choices today. And now we come to the final truth. The alpaca has been a companion to humans for over 6,000 years. It has clothed us, fed us, and accompanied us through the highest and most difficult passages of our history. It has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the arrival of Europeans, and the globalization of the world. And yet, it is still here, grazing on the high grasslands, providing its fleece and raising its young. It is looking at us with those large, innocent eyes, and it is asking a question that we are too afraid to hear. What have you done with our gift? We have the power to forget the alpaca, to let its genetic heritage be eroded, and to abandon its place in our culture. We also have the power to protect it. The choice is ours. Every time we look at an alpaca, we see a creature that is not so different from us. A creature that has worked alongside us for millennia, that has clothed us and shared our lives. A creature that has adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth. A creature that teaches us what it means to be human. Because in the end, the alpaca is not just an animal. It is a mirror. It reflects our capacity for gentleness, for community, for grief, and for hope. It shows us who we are and who we could become. So let us protect the alpaca, not because it is useful, but because it is sacred, not because it is endangered, but because it is irreplaceable. Let us give the alpaca a future, not just for its sake, but for ours. Because a world without alpacas is a world without alpacas, is a world without wonder. A world without wisdom, a world without gentleness, and that is a world we do not want to live in.